I'm just eating some peanuts. It's a classic lunch for me. I actually usually eat peanuts and some cantaloupe. So this is the lunch of champions. Peanuts, Dr. Pepper, no cantaloupe today. But I didn't have my breakfast sandwich too long ago, so I don't feel like super hungry, but I don't want to stream and then get hungry. You know what I'm saying? So how's it going, my friends? I also just took a teeny little 10-minute pick-me-up lay-down nap, so I'm like slightly groggy. But we've got BT. We got our sales scarecrow. We got collaboration. We got Hayes. We got Wolf. And we have Lindsay. Lindsay, darling. How are you, darling? How are you, love? It's so good to see you. Oh, since it is your birthday week. That was on the 10th. Also, we have Ander here today. Back of Ander's head. I hope you had a good birthday. I know you are super busy. You are still recovering. So I hope your birthday treated you well and wasn't crazy stressful. Because sometimes birthdays can be stressful. Trying to do too many things. Or if you're like me and I'm like, okay, I get 2 days out of the year where I get to decide what I want to do with my day. Mother's Day and my birthday. And actually, I feel like it's usually only one because my birthday is just any other day. You know what I mean? Mother's Day falls on a Sunday, which means Ander is automatically home. So it's easier to direct and say, or no, not even direct. Just be like, I don't care. I don't want to make any decisions today. Y'all can make the decisions today. Quiet and cozy. I love that. That's what birthdays should be, especially as you get older. You know, when I was younger, I wanted, not that I was a partier, but like I wanted to have people over, have a big old get together, lots of games, noise, music, sound. And now I'm like, I just want to lay in bed. I just want to play my Switch. I don't want anybody to need me for nothing. You need something? Go ask your dad. You need a snack? Go ask Papa. Go ask your sister. Do it. How long has it been since you had your heart attack? How long has it been since you did a run? And in doing your first run, since having your heart attack, did you feel like you were going to have another heart attack? That is how I definitely feel when I go running, which is why I do not go running very often. It's just not my thing, but that's okay because some people do it. 2 months. Oh, dang. I bet that is, that's so hard. And it's also kind of like getting older is kind of this way, but it's slower because obviously a heart attack is something that happens like, it's like a big thing and it happens and then it like shuts everything down after it happens. Whereas getting older is gradual, right? But then all of a sudden, like one day you wake up and you're like, I just can't do that anymore. My body just will not let me do that anymore. Or, all the things that you used to be able to do when you were younger, like go to bed late, wake up early, function on like 4 hours of sleep. Can't do that anymore. Or you can barely do it, but it's terrible and you feel so much worse. And that's why I tried to like change my eating habits because it's not that I'm trying to like lose weight or slim down or anything like that. It's because I just don't want to feel gross anymore. I don't want to like, I don't want to binge on something super unhealthy because I'm hungry and I want something in a pinch. And instead of putting forth the effort to make an actual like filling meal with all the right stuff, I just am like, well, I'm hungry right now. So I eat something that's, not great for my body. And then I always like my blood sugar spikes or it crashes or whatever. And then I end up feeling crappy. Then I'm laying in bed at night. I'm like, why do I feel so crappy? Oh, yeah, it's because I ate nothing but Dr. Pepper, goldfish, and maybe my breakfast sandwich this morning. But like, that's pretty much it. So I've been trying to be more conscious, even if it means taking more time to make a protein bowl or something. And I'll have to pull everything out of the fridge. And I don't want to do that. But when I do, and then I eat that protein bowl, I feel full, but I feel full with all the good things that I know my body is going to do something with. And that makes me feel a lot better. And to me, the feeling is worth it. But it's a choice. It's hard. And there's Mac, who is also in recovery. Oh, so you were hooked up to a bunch of wires because it was cardiac rehab and they monitor my heart while I work out. That makes me feel a lot better. Mac is getting over a cold. Auden has had kind of a cold. Where's my lip balm? Man, my lip balm has disappeared. Oh, no, there it is. Although it's on its last, like, it's flat. I've used almost the whole thing. See? I gotta buy another one. Auden is, she's been really sniffly over the last couple days, but praise Yevon. She has not been up coughing all night long. She may kind of cough some during the day and be kind of sniffly during the day, but we put a humidifier on. We give her allergy meds. She doesn't cough all night, thankfully, because that is the hardest thing. Because when she's up coughing all night, I'm up all night because I just hear her coughing and just feel terrible and just wish it were me instead, because I'd rather have her sleep than me. You know what I mean? I have a very specific heart rate range that I'm allowed to stay within. So is that going to be something that happens for the rest of your life? Are you going to be monitored? Is it kind of going to be something you have to monitor for the rest of your life? Or will there eventually come a time? Because like Charlotte had bronchitis when she was 2, maybe 3. And she was coughing so much, she couldn't cough, she couldn't sleep, she couldn't do any of that. And I was really surprised because she was in really good spirits for being as tired as she was and being as coughy as she was. And I finally took her to the doctor because her cough was just so wet and nothing we did worked at night. She coughed all night long. And the doctor was like, oh yeah, she has bronchitis. So he put her on a steroid and she slept for 14 hours straight because she hadn't slept in like 4 days. And it was amazing. But ever since then, the doctor was like, you have to keep your eye on her because every time she gets a cough or every time she gets like some sort of cold that could potentially move down into her chest, she is much more likely to contract bronchitis now that she's already had it one time. So I'm hypersensitive when it comes to my girl's coughs. I'm always listening to hear if it sounds wet, like pneumonia type kind of cough or bronchitis type cough. Luckily, we haven't had any more bronchitis, but that was a terrible experience. Although Charlotte was in pretty good spirits, even though she like had barely slept. I remember she was just hanging out with me like everything was fine, but she had this horrible cough. This is really just while you're recovering. It's really more for standard heart attack patients who aren't active before their heart issue to get them more active and start them on a healthier lifestyle. For me, it's been more comfort in knowing that I can work out without it happening again. I'm really, really thankful for modern medicine, and I'm grateful that you're okay, and that's such a scary thing, but like grateful for doctors and for professionals that can help you through this and everything. And I know it's been a challenge. I mean, I don't know because I'm not like, I haven't talked to you specifically, but I'm assuming it's been a really big challenge for somebody as active as you are to suddenly just have to like be like practically, I mean, maybe not bedridden, but recovery is really hard when you're a really active person. And especially when you're a mom and when you're a working mom, because there is no break for being a mom. So even if I get really sick or whatever, it's like, I mean, even when I had Auden, I had a C-section, I had been cut open, but I couldn't just not take care of my kids. even when Charlotte was born, like I'd had surgery, and it's not like I could just not do what I was supposed to do. Like I had a baby now. even when babies are sick, they have a cute little cough, but obviously they don't enjoy it. It's true. And there's a difference between like a little and like a guttural kind of deep wet cough that you're like, that does not sound right. That definitely makes me nervous. So I screwed up in Hollow Knight and I'm really sad about it. I was hoping to fight Nightmare King Grim and I was really looking forward to it actually because it only took me 2 tries to beat King Grim the first time. And I fully blame Silksong for that. I feel like Silksong helped me and it took me 1 try to beat the Colosseum, the first Colosseum, and it took me 2 tries to beat the second. I still can't beat the third. And I guess I was really hoping I could do the third, even though, like after playing Hollow Knight or after playing Silksong, I was like, oh, I could totally do the third trial. It's so hard. It's so hard. Well, anyway, so I ruined my chances at beating Nightmare King Grim. I picked the wrong thing. Hey, it's Fresh and it's Control Freak. What? Wait a minute. Don't you stream on Wednesdays? Oh, and it's Twizzlo! Man, a party just walked in here. Dang, look at that. Cheers to everybody. I'm so good. I had to change my streaming schedule because I started homeschooling my daughter, my 11-year-old this year for the first time ever. The schooling system here where we are, I refuse to believe it's just middle schools across the country. I think it's just middle schools here, and I'm not sure what it is. I never saw myself as a homeschool parent. Ever. But we just, my husband and I just felt like it was what we needed to do. And honestly, for the most part, it's going really well. But there's this homeschool meetup group that I take my girls to on Wednesdays. And normally I used to stream on Wednesdays, but then I switched oh no, it's not Wednesday, it's Thursday. See, I think it's a Wednesday. Because my streaming schedule was so set for so long, and now I stream on Thursdays and I don't stream on Wednesdays, which completely like does a bamboozle in my brain. So for the most part, I think it's working out really well, and I think my daughter enjoys it. But I still am having a hard time finding other little homeschool families with girls her age. But we go to the park and we meet up together, and there are about 6 of us that are there pretty regularly. I go to church with most of them, but we blast it out on Facebook, and sometimes we get people that come that we don't know, and sometimes we don't. But I think it's 100% worth it. But yeah, my streaming schedule is like totally all over the place. You know, that's a great question because homeschooling Charlotte is really nice because she is pretty independent. I mean, she's 11, so I can give her a sheet of like math problems and be like, okay, you need to do this. And then we'll go through and check them. And any of the ones she gets wrong, then we go through and figure out where she went wrong, like on her own or you know, together. But homeschooling like a young kid, I don't know. But we taught Charlotte to read, and she's a top-notch reader. So I never saw myself as a homeschool parent. And I had all these big dreams of what I was going to do when both my kids were in school. Like, I want to finish my book sequel, and I want to, you know, I'd love to stream more, and I'd love to pour more time into building a brand and all this stuff. But even my mom, when my mom was alive and was living here, like 5 or 6 years ago, she was like, I was a retired school teacher. And if I had the choice, if I had little kids now, I would homeschool. And I was like, but I'm terrible at it. But I kind of felt like I don't know. There was a violent thing that happened at one of the middle schools here that pretty much made our decision for us, because Charlotte would be in middle school next year. And we were like, there was like a fatality at a middle school. And we were like, okay, well, she loved her elementary school, but I was just telling Andrew today, I was like, I just feel like there are so many things I want to do for myself, like whether it's for my stream or it's for like my YouTube channel or, you know, I don't know, just little things like that, or even like getting organized with some things like organizing all my photos or organizing my attic or doing all these things. These are all things that I kind of dreamed about doing, having both kids in school. And I can't do any of them because I spend all day doing things for other people mostly. And then by the time the night rolls around and both my kids are in bed, I'm like, I can't even think straight. And I don't have the mental bandwidth to do the things that I need to do. And so I just have to change my mindset, and I just have to remember that things won't be this way forever. But it's really, honestly, control freak. Homeschooling can be brutal. Some days I'm like, this is a waste. Like, what? Apparently I made the wrong choice. But then there are some days that I watch whatever I'm teaching Charlotte click, and I feel so euphoric because I'm like, oh my gosh, we got it. She got it. And I hate math, and I'm relearning math, and I'm relearning it in a way that I understand it. And it's really kind of empowering. So I have a lot more good days than I have bad days. But my kid also just doesn't have, like, Charlotte doesn't have any ADHD. She doesn't have autism. She doesn't have any sort of learning disability. She's not dyslexic. She is very like task oriented, and she can focus and do what she needs to do. If I had like learning disabilities wrapped in there, it would be a totally different story. So I consider myself really lucky, because not everybody, some people have kids that need a lot of attention, and you have to sit there with them. And Charlotte, I can be like, okay, do these. I'm gonna run and do this really quick, and then I'll be right back. It depends on what it is. If we're learning things that are harder, then I kind of need to sit there with her. But after she gets it, she can just kind of do. And we go to the library and we get books. Every month we pick a different subject. So this month it's bugs. She wanted to learn about bugs. So every other day she writes me this summary of a book on a certain bug. So we've done cicadas, we've done, which are wild, by the way. We've done butterflies and caterpillars. We've done termites. We've done, I don't think we've done grasshoppers yet. I'm trying to think, I'm forgetting. But anyway, so she writes, like, she reads a book we checked out from the library and then gives me a summary. And we've learned some fascinating things about bugs, and she loves to learn it. So I'm like, you're in 5th grade. Like, just whatever you want to learn is whatever you want to learn. You know, it's totally fine. None of the nice bugs. I don't know. Charlotte's the one that picked the books. Ladybugs are on there, although we haven't gotten to ladybugs yet. Grasshoppers and cicadas are nice. Cicadas are totally harmless. They don't even have teeth. They're just giant and they're loud, but they don't even have teeth. They're totally harmless. Although my brother did tell us one time that in Tennessee, a cicada literally flew into his window, through his car window, and landed in his beard, like buzzing as it like, blah, and he was like, ah, like freaked out in the car. And I was like, well, you know what? You may not like, we may live in Texas, but we don't have that many. Like, apparently Tennessee has way more cicadas than Texas does, I guess. We must not get the cicadas that come out of the ground. I think they come out of the ground further north and then they fly this way, because when they do come out of the ground, they come out of the ground by like the thousands, and then they climb up trees, latch onto the tree, and then break out of their skin. So there's just cicada skin everywhere. It is bananas. They spend 17 years underground, which is also banana. It's just one banana. It's time to get up for work. Oh, hey, look, that's the time Andrew wakes up. No, I think Andrew gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Control Freak, did you ever play Silk Song?
Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in
Oh, what?
10, 9, 8. Error logged by.
I was gonna say.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
Okay, so it took me 35 streams.
Who likes good news? Everyone?
35 streams.
Good news,
How long was it? Hey, it's Dad Buds! Thanks for that sub, man. I think it took me 35 streams. I think it took me over 80 hours, and it kicked my butt hard. It was one of the hardest games I've ever played, and I loved every second of it. Well, maybe not every second. There were definitely some times where I was like, I was so frustrated, but it was so good. It was so good. I loved it, but it's hard. If you've ever played Hollow Knight, it's harder than Hollow Knight. Like, by a landslide. Oh, it's so good though. It is. It's so infuriating, but like, there's so many things about it that I love, like the fleas and like the songs and Chakra and the map lady, you know, the Chakra, the map lady and all this stuff, like all the music and everything, all the worlds, it's amazing how similar it is to Hollow Knight, and yet how completely different it is than Hollow Knight. I loved it, but it was so hard. Oh my gosh. Dad bods. What do we play for dad bods? I can play Chakra's song. I'm learning it because she did like an interview. Well, you can listen to her song all over YouTube. It's everywhere. Do I know the Pokemon theme? Andrew, what's the Pokemon theme? All I can think of is Chippendale. That's all that's playing in my head. No, it's oh. I gotta write this down. My favorite part is oh so true. Yeah, no, it is similar to Chippendale. Pokemon. Yeah, all day I've been like, even Charlotte was like, Mama, can you stop? I've been like, Kai lai 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 Uskalola. All day. Singing in the shower, singing everywhere. And Charlotte's like, is that all you know? Yes. So far. Oh, that's where I came. Also, Lindsay, I am not ignoring your messages. I am sorry. It is really hard to go from being like a super active person to suddenly not being active. You know what? I had a friend actually that was a runner.
Error analysis complete. You are exhibiting signs consistent with an increase in fear, hopelessness, and frustration.
Well, yeah.
This is inconceivable, as Somnasculpt therapy is proven to correlate with a decrease in these emotions.
Oh, I want you to, I have seen your messages. And I had a friend actually that was, it's DJ! It's Thursday. I had a friend that was a runner and she actually had, what did Gabby have? Was it MS? Or did she have I don't. We love Lindsay. I don't remember what she had, but she was just out running one day and she just fell for no reason. She has no idea why she fell, or she had no idea why she fell. And it turns out she had MS or was developing MS or cancer. I know she had one or the other. I know she had cancer of some, I think she had a bone marrow transplant. I think so. Because I remember her talking about chemo. And when I first met her, she had no hair. But she is now like wheelchair bound. And I'm not saying this to scare you. Yours is an entirely different situation. But I can't imagine the struggle it was of being this really active person with little kids and stuff. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you can't walk. Hardly. She can walk with like crutches that wrap around her arm. Her triceps, she could snap my neck. And she is one of my dearest. I love her to pieces. She's wonderful. She actually homeschooled her kids and she was a really good, like I look back on those days that I spent so much time with her and I have so much respect for her. Hey, it's Mactastic and Paladroon. How's it going, you guys? I can only play this game for about an hour before it starts giving me... Wait a minute. Oh, I was gonna say, this is the end. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
All orientation resources have been exhausted. This concludes your standard orientation protocol. Goodbye.
I know. This game is wild. This game plays with forced perception. It's been super crazy. It's been really fun though. Oh, and just a reminder, so Scarecrow, super awesome, set up a poll in the Discord. And tomorrow, for the first half of stream, we're gonna be trying a bargain game, under $2. There are so many. And I tried to get a good mix of games that were rated E10 plus or whatever, and teen. None of the mature games, obviously. And so I got a good little mix in there. And so I think I have a reminder that's going to play. I think I have a chat reminder that may pop up. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. See if that's going to work. But anyway, so don't forget to check those games out. I know nothing about them. I've only seen the like cover art, and then I just kind of picked a bunch. I picked like 3 from each rating and just threw them out there. So we'll just try them tomorrow morning and see what happens. What? Oh, we are glitching. I'm trying to wake up because, but yeah, this one, after Silk Song, I needed something that was really chill and not, yeah, we're trying to wake up. And trying to, hey, Skybird! Yeah, I needed something that was super, super easy to play because Silk Song kicked my booty hard. I loved it though. Absolutely loved it. Worth the 7-year wait for sure. Is that, oh no. What age are you? I mean, just being around other cardiac patients makes me incredibly grateful, although they're usually twice my age. I know, right? What? Oh my gosh, everything is broken. Okay. Ah! Oh, okay. How's my trippy adventure, you ask? Well, it is extra trippy. All this diet soda. I don't drink diet soda. I drink 0 sugar. Tastes better. Diet is not good. I mean, no offense to everybody else that drinks diet, but I do not like diet. Oh, is it right there on the chair? Okay. And this gives me such Stanley Parable vibes. Oh, this is different. This actually gives me slight Outer Wilds vibes, this music. Just slightly. Sometimes chat has issues. I know Sword Art has issues with chat sometimes. Oh. What? Can I... Oh, I think I'm supposed to put it... I think I'm supposed to put it on the wall. And I'm supposed to walk through it. Okay, wait. Right? Oh shoot, now it's smaller. Dang. I think I'm supposed to walk through it. Maybe? I can't tell. Oh, maybe not. Oh! What the heck? Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Thank you for completing the Somnosculpt Standard Orientation Protocol. Before you begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
Oh, we're just now starting therapy. Right. Of course, naturally. This music's really pretty. I have not encountered a single person, and yet I still expect a person to come jumping out at any time. What? No. Ha. Ha. Hey, it's Peanut and Cinnamon. Cheers, you guys. How's your Thursday? My name is Dr. Glenn. No offense to anyone who drinks diet soda, but your taste in sodas suck. 0 sugar for the win. Zero sugar. What the real soda drinkers? Oh, I don't know. See, here's the thing. I thought diet soda was just soda without the sugar. Like, I thought it was just aspartame. You know, I thought it was chemical, like man-made sugar. But apparently diet sodas are legitimately made to be a lighter flavor with also the aspartame. And I was like, I don't want a lighter flavor. I want the same flavor. I just don't want all the sugar. Just half the sugar. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I feel like somehow I've made a mistake, but at the same time, maybe not. How is those things? Oh. Oh, that's because I'm looking up. Oh. No, this time we're going down, down, down. This turned into a very different feeling game. Nice. 5 streams. 5 streams. If you don't worth a self-mockery, you ain't worth much. Don't know how well it translates. It makes sense. 5 streams. Here's Dr. Glenn Pierce again. Hello.
Of course, nothing is
never
more
mind.
challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective, of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire, trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
Yeah, this feels like a totally different game. Like with the music and everything, it used to be all like piano and like pretty kind of jazzy kind of piano, and now it's like weird, ethereal. I think I'm supposed to get up in there. The 0 sugar tastes better to me too. So I just drink the hard stuff. The hard soda. Have we been here? You know what? We've been all the... Oh, this is a perspective thing, right? Okay. You know what? They are capturing dreams really well because this is 100% how dreams feel. They make no sense. They make no sense, and things just keep getting worse. Now I feel like I'm chased by something. I don't like the new music. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Good job to the people who did it. That. What? I'm sure being able to move a whole lot more things in this dream than I have been in any of the others. We're gonna have to fall down. Huh. This would be a terrifying dream. Not being able to go anywhere, everything falling to pieces around you, like the floor falling out from underneath you. You were just here. Yeah, I don't want to hurt the compose. Like the song is great, but I don't like it in these weird liminal spaces. Raven, how's it going? Yes, very, very much like Stanley Parable. And what is it, Dr. Langscoff and the something about the Emerald Heist and a tiger or something? I don't remember. Zero sugar is far better than diet, but I'll always prefer straight Pepsi. See, I prefer straight Dr. Pepper. But if I'm gonna drink a Dr. Pepper every day during my stream, then obviously I drink zero sugar, so I don't feel quite as guilty about it. And I know that the zero sugar isn't as... And we're back to number 1? Do I have to drink a Dr. Pepper every day? No. No, I do not. But it's like my one little dopamine hit. My battery water. I am not doing something right. That's why it goes, "Rah." I'm supposed to take something with me? Light. This. No, this. Supposed to, no. Trash can, recycling, cardboard only. There's a trash can in the recycle bin. The Pepsi folks have sights on me if I don't have at least 20 ounces of Pepsi every day. So I just don't have a choice. Dr. Pepper, if you're listening, I put plugs for your product all the time, every day. I don't understand what that means. And these... Oh. I'm supposed to wait for them to tell me. What? I started over at 1 now, this time. Padawan, how's it going? What? I don't understand. I mean, obviously real sugar is the best. Yeah, there's something about a tiger. Yeah, something about that. I loved it. Dude, I feel like I made it to like Hall 5 and then everything started going bananas. Was that on my... I know, I don't... You know what, Lindsay? You're not alone. I don't understand anything either. But all these tight corners are going to start giving me motion sickness real quick. What is making it either good or... Has anybody played this? What is making this either a no or a yes? Is it me not looking... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Oh, no, wait, they both do. They both have plugs down on the left side. How am I supposed... I think I'm supposed to not turn toward the wrong side. I'm not following the arrow? I thought I was following. Okay. But the arrow tells me to go... Maybe I'm not supposed to follow the arrow. Ah, well, there you go. That's just to show you. So I'm supposed to follow the arrow? Jane, how are you? That makes no sense. I'm not centered in my camera. There we go. How's the new job, Jane, by the way? I think I'm supposed to go the opposite direction of the arrow every time. weirdly. I did it! Oh, there it is. That's a really long link, but... Who's making that sound? I don't like that sound. Can I swim in this? I cannot. So tomorrow we're gonna do something new. We are going to, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. Wow, Lord. Oh, does perception not change with reality anymore? Or whatever? Oh, yes, it does, kind of. That's not what I meant, okay. And I am going to play a game. I'm gonna give a game, like, ugh. I guess that works fine. Hell yeah. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna give a bargain game, like a $2 game, a try for like an hour and see if it's any good. See if we can find some diamonds in the rough. Oh, it just saved. That's a good sign. It only gives you 2 cans. The first direction you look always has the dead end, so you had to make sure the right way was the same way that the arrow was facing. Oh, I just didn't follow the... Oh, hello.
Finally, while we respect the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply
Baking
of
soda,
dreams,
mini soda.
thereby entering a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
Have you ever thought about taking your musical intoxication channel and turning it into a reaction stream? No, actually, I have never thought about that. Oh, can I not? Beg your pardon. It's so tiny and opens the door anyway. Oh. This music reminds me of something. What does it remind me of? There are lots of songs on musical in my Discord channel that I have not listened to. I always tell myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to that, and then I forget. And it's not because I don't want to. I just, oftentimes I'm not in a position to listen to it right then. I would be so mad if this were my dream. If I were here for Somnosculpt and this was happening to me, I would be really mad. This seems like a crappy... Oh. Seems like a crappy dream. Very crappy. I should tell that one to Ander. Tried bass fishing, but all he got were guitars. Oh, I understand. We gotta go up. We gotta go up, up, up. It's our moment. Children together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Oh. Oh no. Dude, VT. If you get motion sickness, this game is not for you. I don't know. Some sort of dream reality type situation. But there's no direction. Oh, I can back it up Terry out of them as well. Wait, I saw something blue. Oh, I think that's just a glitch in the game. Oh. Oh, hello. I think I'm supposed to go this way until I come across another one. Okay, maybe not. I know! That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to wake ourselves up. Where was there? There was an arrow! Oh, there it is. Worcestershire. Wait a minute. Abalog? Is that Stratlog? Did you change your name? Or is you somebody different? Non-video game reactor channels deal with a lot of editing headaches. Yeah, that's fair. Because it doesn't say first time chatter, so you must be somebody that I've seen in my chat before. Is it Stratlog? Did you change your name? Like, dancing queen, young and sweet, like ABBA? Or like, what is it in Gravity Falls? Bappa. Disco girl, coming through, that girl is you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's from Gravity Falls. Well, for a sec, so I have someone else in chat named Stratlog. And so for a hot second, speaking of hot, I am sweating. So for a second, I was like, it's hard for me when I have multiple names that are similar, like Log. It's Log, it's Log. It's ABBA. Oh yeah, I gotta stretch. And I finally got all of our stuff put in for our healthcare insurance next year. And guess what? Big surprise. Our doctor changed again, because that's what happens at the end of every year. So our doctor is changing again, probably, but I've gotta wait until the girls get denied from Medicaid, because they always want to send them to Medicaid, but they never, ever, ever accept them. No ads today, thanks to Lindsay! Wow. Am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Abba? Log? I was saying that I have another person that has Log in their name, and it's hard for me to remember who is who.
We love Lindsay.
What do we play for Lindsay?
Lindsay is the best.
Oh, I know. Janet! So I'm taking a nana nap, love! You know, flailing Muppet style dancing. Yeah, I think ABBA's should just be, whenever ABBA comes, it should just be Dancing Queen, young and sweet, only 17. You know what? That song is actually really hard to sing. It's high. Oh, I'm just supposed to go until I hit another arrow, which is forever. Thank you so much for that gift, Lindsay. That was very kind of you. I see. I just needed some kazoo power. Oh man, hype train. Hype train! You guys are so nice. That's exactly what you wanted to hear today, with some Ozzy Osbourne on the kazoo. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're getting somewhere now. Oh! Oh, hallelujah.
Please listen carefully for the sound of an alarm clock, which will automatically play if you are approaching a destabilizing dream weight.
I'll say. Oh, what? Whoa. This game is trippy. Because I try to steer clear of databases, I don't sing about 17-year-olds.
He's the best.
Hey, it's true. Hey, it's John. I think we're done. Done. Oh no, we're not. Not. We are out in the middle of. Whoa. That hurts my brain. This game has been a roller coaster from start to finish. I recommend it. If you don't get motion sick, I have to give this one, let's see, it's almost 2. Yeah. I have to be careful because this one gives me kind of a ooh, but hold on. That's going to be my hotel room. Check it. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Loading. Question mark. This game has this, like, I have so much respect for developers that create games like this. It takes so much more to create a game like this than it does to create a game that's just, I mean, I'm sorry, that's not true. It's not more. It's just you have to have a very different way of thinking to create a game like this as opposed to a game like, like Silksong. Both take talent. Oh, everything is very fuzzy.
This is highly unusual. It appears you have entered the Somnasculpt diagnostic framework. Patients do not have access to this dream.
Music too dang loud. Reminder, call Jungles Management. Scent of burned curry. Shipments of food coming here. Don't have space for more. Ask if they can hand out flyers for testing. Also, ask Ryan Medical for increased canister order frequency. I feel like I hear music. Not reception, conception. I'm on level 8 of 9. Yeah, this is so trippy. Well, my head is starting to hurt, so I think it's time for us to switch over to Spyro because I feel like like that level in particular, while it was fun, it was like, whoa, breaking my brain. So I think it's time for me to step away from this for today, and we'll probably finish it tomorrow, I would say. Probably, if I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? If it doesn't take me forever. Okay, let me switch my game systems since it just saved. If there's no frame of reference in the screen, like with an arm or something, like in Metroid Prime or in My Friendly Neighborhood or anything like that, then I get like, it really kind of messes with my head. So also, I'm pretty sure I accidentally unplugged my PS5 without actually turning it off. I think it was in rest mode. So there's going to be a thing that's like, you didn't turn your PlayStation off. I know. I've got a bajillion things in my brain, okay? I don't need to be shamed for forgetting that. Tell me. Scalo. There's one other word she says, and I don't know what it is, but I'm learning it. Because I was like, well, first of all, that needs to be a kazoo song, and second of all, I just need to learn it. Channel point redeem. No, I know what needs to play when ABBA log comes. It's log, it's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Lord. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Come on and get your log. You're gonna love it, log. Come on and get your log. Hello? What the hey? Is this because I didn't turn it off, right? Oh, yay. Yeah, it was probably like, you didn't turn me off correctly. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, see? Don't unplug the AC power cord when the power indicator on your PS5 is lit or blinking. Your data might get lost, corrupted, or damaged. I really hope I didn't, like, damage my Spyro. I hope not. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so honestly, ABBA, that's like 2 excellent songs. And Disco Girl in there, if you want to throw that in there, from Gravity Falls. Bye, Lindsay. It was so good to see you. Happy birthday week. Just keep on keeping on, you know? Thanks for that gift sub. That was very kind of you. Yeah, no, has unsafely, I know, no habit. Normally I'm very good, but today I laid down for like a 10-minute nap, literally at 12:45. So I had 10 minutes to just kind of lay there. And so when I came into the office, I was like I had to unplug the PS4 or the PS5, and I forgot I had left it in rest mode to charge my controller, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, I think we're headed to Misty. Oh, wait. I need to change my gem. Change my gam. Yeah, honestly, I recommend Superliminal. It's really fun, but it definitely starts to make my head hurt after about an hour. But I think it's worth a play. It's just one of those mind-bending games that's just, it's just so different and unique from other games I've played, and I'm really enjoying it. I just can't play it for too long or else it makes me sick. And I don't want to cut my stream short, so I just end it a little early before I really start feeling sick, because it'll even out here in a second. Pork? Anybody? Pork? Anybody? Oh! Well, I hated I missed this fella. Or her. Cletus! Oh my gosh, really?
Spyro!
Of course his name's Cletus.
See ya, but I gotta go.
Wow, I love him. He's like Leafy Dragon. So my dad in his one-man show, he has characters named Skipper, Bud, and Cletus. But they never come on stage. You only hear, there are times in my dad's show where you'll hear sound effects and he'll be like, ah, man, you know, his character on stage will be like, Skipper, Bud, Cletus, you get out of the laundry room or whatever. There's in the Christmas play he wrote in particular. It's this one-man show, and we're all at Parley Farley's house, and it's a smart house. So, and this was years ago, and so it has all these like big all these like fancy amenities, and one of them is like the fish tank. That looks fancy, and it looks like I should try to get over there, but I don't know how to get over there. But the house, there will be an announcement that plays over the audience that's like, attention, pantry door has been opened. Depletion of M&M bag at 75%, at 50%, at 25%, or whatever. And then there's this sound effect that there's something that's gonna happen to the M&M bag or to the pantry door in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you just hear the sound effects of these boys going, oh man, oh dang. And my dad is like, Skipper, Bud, Cletus, you get out of the kitchen right now, or something like that. So we were walking to Walmart from our old apartment. We lived right next to a Walmart, literal walking distance, 1 minute from our door to Walmart. It was like our personal walk-in pantry. It was amazing. And we were walking there one time and we saw these 3 kids that were walking toward us from the Walmart parking lot. And they looked at me and Ander and they said something like, Jane, Richard or something came up with weird names for us, and I looked back at him and was like, Skipper, Bud, Cletus, and they did not expect me to have names on hand for them. It was very funny. They were so surprised. It was funny. Oh, okay, I recognize. Well, at least we know we've got a chicken there if we need it. Also, it's Mud and Collector, the Collector. You know what? This game is great for you, Collector. Have you played this game? Because it is all... Is that a rabbit? Oh! It is a root. I thought it was a rabbit. I thought those things were not its teeth. I mean, I thought they were teeth. I thought they were like... Wow, I hate that so much. Angry roots. These are them swamps. You know, this is serious business. Down into the swamp. This is the backyard swamps. Gotta be careful. You got these giant roots that are growing huge. Oh, I was supposed to do that because I was supposed to get over this way. I got it. I can do voices and ways. Yeah. Emergency. You're going to turn left in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Probably. I could probably if I really, really wanted to. I've had people tell me I should go into voice work, but I'm not willing to do the work to get into voice work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready. I'm not willing to sit down and make a portfolio and do all that stuff because I think if I tried really hard, especially with my friend in the sound engineering industry, I might be able to get some jobs, but I'm not willing to make it a priority. And that may seem crazy to some people because some people that's like their wildest dream is to become a voice actor. But for me, like it sounds really fun, but like, the amount of work to get there just seems like a lot of work. This is definitely your kind of game, Collector.
Be on the lookout for attack frogs. They are cold-blooded killers.
I love that all the characters have this like Louisiana kind of drawl. They are cold-blooded killers. Watch out for them attack frogs, Spyro. They are cold-blooded killers. We got problems. Oh, that's right. We have, okay. We got one that needs fire and one that needs, this is like Miss Charlotte. Well, I'll be Miss Charlotte. Miss Charlotte. Okay, can we just agree that one of the greatest, I love this punk pixie and her neon arrow sign. No, you do not simply just be like, I want to be a voice actor and just, no, it's not, there's a lot of work involved and I don't know, it's kind of, it's one of those things where like, maybe if I wasn't also trying to stream and also trying to write a book and also homeschooling my kid and also doing bookkeeping for my husband's business and also the president of my young women's organization that I'm in at church and also, you know what I mean? Maybe if I didn't have all of those things on my plate, then maybe. But unfortunately, I do have all those things on my plate and I am just far more willing to prioritize streaming than I am the voice acting thing. Or like, I'd love to narrate audiobooks. I think that would be really fun. But once again, you don't just walk into that. You either have a connection to someone or you got to put the work in and you have to come up with a portfolio and you got to do all that stuff, which is, you know, I completely understand. I just am not really willing to prioritize it over all the other things that I have on my plate. Those are more of a priority to me. You know what I'm saying? Or simply, one does not simply talk into voice acting. Okay, I think I'm supposed to go down here. I guess so. Oh, okay, secret. Okay, well, I wasn't paying attention. That guy was stoked that he hit me. Did you see that big old grin on his face? He was so happy. Also, I'm really excited because we are going to In-N-Out tonight. You know what I've craved for the last week? In-N-Out. But you know what's dumb about In-N-Out? The fact that they don't offer kids meals. And so for our children to eat it In-N-Out, we literally just have to get them something else, which is dumb. But like we would get them something at In-N-Out, but In-N-Out only has burgers and they have burgers and shakes and that's it. And my children won't eat burgers because they're still young. And I don't feel like I really started liking burgers until I was probably in my teens. Maybe I'm wrong, but Auden won't eat a hamburger. But I've been craving it. So I was like, maybe we'll just go Oh, there's so many. This is such a bad situation. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I hate this room. I hate this room. Okay, these guys don't charge at you. That's good. I do appreciate that. They got some crazy. You know what? They look like Stixel. My dog and her cave dog face. So Slim Chickens is pretty good. Personally, I prefer Raising Cane's, but Slim Chickens is a close second. I think Slim Chickens is really good. They have lots of different good sauces. So that'll be exciting. I remember J-Hops. So J-Hops is working and his schedule's crazy, and so he doesn't tune into streams very often, but I remember he lives somewhere, some tiny little... Oh my gosh, look at that design. The snail shells, the little nose, wow. And he was like, guess what, guys? We're getting our first Dairy Queen. I was like, man, living the high life. Or maybe it was a Raising Cane. Oh, I can't remember what it was now, but he was pretty excited. No, it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's what it was. He lives in a little town. Don't remember where. I love it when we can use our environment. That's great. I do love that a lot. Yeah, like I said, maybe if I didn't have a million other things going on in my life that I was, yeah, in 500 yards, turn left. In 100 yards, turn left. Back it up, Terry. Back it up. That would be Susie Grace. Or in true Susie Grace fashion, it would be in 500 yards, turn left. In 100 yards, turn left. Back it up, Terry, back it up! Can you imagine on your... Back it up, Terry, back it up! Yes. On your GPS, that would be so funny. I don't know. I don't know if I would kind of weirdly love that or if I would hate it. Can I run you over? I don't understand how that just happened. Did he shoot something at me? This place is hard. Oh, yeah, roast pork. Anybody? Anybody? Chickens? I know there's a chicken all the way at the very beginning. I don't want to go all the way to the very beginning. Ah! He's right behind me. I can hear him. Okay. I probably didn't have to run that far. Or at least I thought I could hear him. Oh, wow. No, he went all the way back there. Or he respawned back there. I don't know. Was that Outer Wilds? I bet that was probably Outer Wilds. I remember streaming Outer Wilds from that voice clip. I remember streaming Outer Wilds when I had lost my voice from laryngitis. Good times all around. Instead of advising that you missed a turn, it just screams at you. What are you doing? Bubba. Well, naturally, we needed a Bubba.
I'll tell you what to do with those creatures. Smash them, Spyro. Stamp them out and squish them and squash them.
How about charge them and flame them? We are dragons, after all.
I mean, squash them, stamp them. Whatever your heart desires, Spyro. Oh.
Hi. I'm Susie.
I missed that. I do love that they don't go into the water. That is helpful.
Hello?
I keep pushing the wrong... Okay, I know that there is I think there's an island I haven't gotten to yet. Yeah, every time you turn your GPS on. Hi, I'm Susie. I'm Susie Grace. Oh. Apparently I also missed this one. Can I get back up there? Is this this doesn't have a whirly twirly? Okay. Well, then how do I get back to the beginning of the level? Can I not get back to the beginning of the level? Up? What? Oh. 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 Yes. Okay, I see. I understand. Kind of. Oh, yeah, look at it all up there. Oh, it's really close. It's really close. Gems. Oh, I see that over there too. Okay. Wondering how we got over there. All right, who's gonna go see Zootopia 2 for Thanksgiving? I actually was kind of surprised because when I saw the first trailer for it, I was like, ugh, Disney and their sequels, man. Come on. Did we not learn anything from K-pop Demon Hunters? We need original things. Original. But Ander is very excited about it. And then when we went and saw K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters for another sing-along, for our second time going to see the sing-along, if I'm being honest, they played another trailer and it looked way more entertaining. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I think we should go. We don't go see movies in theaters very often, although this year, wouldn't you know it, this year I have been to the theater more times than any other year, and it was to see a movie about a movie I'd already seen before. That's wild. That makes no sense, but boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Yeah, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew, Spyro. If Susie was only wearing 15 hats instead of 16, she could surely do something else. Oh my gosh. Where is he pointing at? Okay, that doesn't work while you're flying. Did I miss one around the back of this place? Oh! So I did. Where else is there? That reminds me of that movie, Swan Princess. I don't know how many of you have seen Swan Princess, but my dad did a voice in Swan Princess. And, oh, I see. Can I make that? Yeah. Oh. Well, good thing there's a chicken right there. And they spend, the prince and the princess spend all this time growing up together and they hate each other. And they sing this whole song about it. It's one of those songs where they grow up as the song gets sung, right? And then all of a sudden they grow up and they don't see each other for, or all of a sudden, they grow up and they don't see each other for a little while. And then the first time they see each other, they're like, oh my gosh, you're beautiful and amazing. And he tells her that she's all he's ever wanted. And she says, thank you. And he says, you're beautiful. And she says, thanks, but what else? And he goes, what else is there? It's one of the best, because he's talking to like his advisor, and his advisor is like, you should write a book, How to Offend Women in 5 Syllables or Less. And it's not a Disney movie, but it's actually pretty entertaining. My dad played the little tiny Chamberlain, the little tiny guy. So I remember we went to some like party. Oh, they're throwing their tongues at me. I gotcha. Frog legs. I do find it interesting that they would have frogs because frog legs. That tracks, actually. Okay, you can hit them. Dang it! I've come so far! I don't want to die now. Okay. Oh, and there's one more dragon up there. Wow, I thought I had that level done, and I was wrong. I was missing half of it. If Spyro set fire to a row of dolls, it would be a barbecue.
It seems
Damon.
like I've been trapped in here since I was your age.
Oh no.
Why? I remember. Gotta go.
Wait a minute. I thought that they all became green when the Nork, the nasty Nork, turned them all green. That was just a couple days ago. No, not the guy that had to dress as the duck. No. Oh, wait. No, he's the teeny little short guy that is like the servant to the woman, to the queen. And he has this big feather in his hat, and he sings this big song at the end when they're trying to get the prince to fall in love with another girl, and they have this big ball, and Odette is supposed to show up, and there's like this whole thing. God, Because I'm pretty sure the guy that dresses up as the duck is the prince's friend. I think so. Or is it the guy that says, you should write a book? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've watched it. I think it's free on YouTube right now, and my girls need to watch it because their grandpa does a voice in it. But he's like the short little guy that gets really excited when at the very, very beginning, he's got this big feather plumed hat. And at the very beginning, he's like, oh, they're here. And he's like running through the castle to go get the queen. That's who my dad played, the Chamberlain, I believe. He only has a couple speaking lines, but people definitely don't appreciate it when you throw your tongue at them. Oh! What just happened? You know what? That's fine. It's fine. Just, oh, but I lost a guy. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Level is complete. Let's go to the end. If we can remember how to go to the end. I don't know if I remember how to go to the end. Does he dress up as a duck? Maybe he does. I can't remember. I just remember losing another guy. I do remember the hunt, and I remember they're all with, they use like powder tipped arrows, right? And all of them are dressed up like animals. It's so unhinged. It's great. I forgot about that movie. It's not Disney, but I think it's worth watching. I thought the end had a pretty good little kind of twist. I liked it. I did not. There must be an invisible wall there. I must be going the wrong direction. There's got to be an invisible wall there. I did not love the Bad Guys song. The Bad Guys song was dumb. Super dumb. I did not appreciate it. But John Cleese did a voice in it. He plays the frog. How? Okay, well, if I mean, I'm gonna lose my guys if I don't figure out a way out of this place. Unless I'm supposed to jump. Oh no, that's way too high. I mean, I'm not crazy, right? This is... There's nothing for me to jump on there. Am I supposed to jump up here? No, I'm not. Supposed to jump up here? No. Wow, that is a treehouse. That's crazy. And every time they all yell, duck, he pops his head up and says, what? Oh, no, I don't think that's my dad, but I do remember him. That's right, because they all yell duck and he lifts his head up and then gets creamed by an arrow. They're like these powder-tipped arrows. And so the prince and his friend are competing to see who can get more shots. And the rabbit is worth like 100. And then all the different other ones are worth like 50, 20, 70, something like that. It's great. It's worth a watch. I recommend it. It's not the best, but it had some refreshing kind of different tropes than like the classic tropes that most of the animated like prince and princess. Yeah, Swan Princess. I think it might be free on YouTube in the United States right now. Maybe. I don't know, but it's a good one. Oh! I think I'm just supposed to... No, never mind. I thought that was a flat line. Thought that was a flat... like a walkway. I legitimately don't know how to get out of this place. If I die again, it is game over. But does it really matter because I got all the stuff? If I run, and I'm not gonna make it anyway because the running / jumping mechanic sucks. I don't think Andre the Giant is in that one. No. Oh, no, that's the Princess Bride. I wish my dad had been in the Princess Bride. That would be cool. You know what? We watched the Princess Bride while my dad was here. Charlotte watched it for the first time. It was pretty great. She loved it. And I think that was the first time Charlotte ever saw a movie with like a legitimate romance between two live actors. I mean, there's some kissing scene, you know, because he's like, grandpa, can we skip the kissing scenes? Yeah, Rumi, the kissing movie. Yes. I think that was the first time Charlotte had ever seen that. Like, I think that was the first time She loved it though. We all had a great time. Even Auden really liked it. Oh, yeah. That treetops. I'm not willing to go back to the treetops yet. That was frustrating. That was weird because it was like the difficulty level skyrocketed to get that last dragon. It's like this whole game has been really easy, and then all of a sudden the difficulty level just shot up so much. And I don't want to go back to that yet. So you can exit through the menu, but you can glide much farther if you do not charge first. That's right. I remember you telling me that, and I forgot. Oh, I bet that's it over there. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. It kind of is counterintuitive. Like, you would think that to glide farther, you would run and jump. But no. You just gotta glide. Oh. How do we get over there? Roast pork. Best pork I've ever had in my life was pulled pork. Oh no, I have been over here. Pulled pork that had been marinated in Dr. Pepper in a slow cooker all day. Pulled pork, Dr. Pepper tacos. Heaven. Heaven. I'm in heaven. Oh, I have been over. I must have entered on the other side of the treetops. This place has very different music than I would have. Metalhead. Dun-dun. 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 Oh, that's right. I know it seems like it would work, but he is not Mario. You are using muscle memory. I am 100%. I'm like, yes, this makes sense. If you were to, you know, if you were to run, obviously you would go farther, but he does. He puts his head down and it doesn't allow him to jump as high. So is he just electrocuting himself for funsies, or? Why is those things? Also, Charlotte is thoroughly enjoying Planet of Lana. She really likes Planet of Lana. She's having a good time playing that.
Oh, I feel much better now that so many dragons have been rescued.
I think that's Abe from Abe Oddworld. The muscle memory from other games consoles just gets in the way. That is totally true. That's why I struggled with Silk Song so much at the beginning, because I was on like Hollow Knight. I was like, well, this should be what happens, because this is how. No, I don't. Cray? His name's Cray?
Are you ready to go?
No, I want to stay here. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, my main man. I haven't even beaten the boss yet. And then there was another. Oh, I see stairs. Maybe tiny stairs. Killer stairs. I feel like, why do some houses have stairs like that? Like my grandparents' house had stairs like that. They were so unbelievably. Why did I go the opposite direction? Obviously the gems were there. Okay. Oh. I thought there was a secret around the back of it. Top of your glide, Spyro. Top of your glide. Good job. You did it. Makes me nervous. Every single time I think I'm not going to make it. Oh. And then the overcorrection is just wild. Okay, where is that chest? Yay. My paycheck arrived a little early. Yay, bill paying nonsense. Huzzah! We all love bill paying nonsense. What? Oh! Boo. Boo Werns. We do a breakfast thing called white pudding. It's got pork, liver, fat, etc., oats, barley, and some other fillers. Tastes so good. I can honestly say I've never heard of anything like that. gonna have to take your word for it at this point. I don't think I've ever had liver. Did all the baddies just come back? How many? 90? Wait. Okay. Oh, they all did. Oh, is he listening to metal? That's what he's doing. I see. He's got headphones on and he's like, yeah. That's right. Okay, that makes more sense. What? Oh, I know where he's pointing. He's pointing under the thing with the punk fairy and the neon sign. Pork, liver, oats. It's sold like a huge sausage and you cook it in slices. You know what? I bet my husband would really like that. Sounds like something my husband would put into like a breakfast thing. Breakfast situation. Where is the punk fairy with the pink neon sign? How do we get over to her? I don't remember how that... Oh, I see something gleaming over there. I guess it's... What did I see gleaming over there? I saw something. Oh, it was probably the electric... Okay. And, yeah. No one likes Bill Pig. He's insufferable and rude. Yeah, my dad, when he very first ever met Ander, I was like, Dad, this is Ander. And my dad said, Ander. Is that... Or he said something like, Ander. Oh, Ander. And Ander said, Ander, yeah. And I knew that I had to keep her. Because some people don't know how to handle my dad, because my dad's humor is kind of weird. Sometimes a little unhinged. Ander didn't even miss a beat. It was just, he knew exactly how to respond. And my dad laughed and laughed and laughed. Thought it was great. Yep, if they can joke with your parents and not be like, Oh, and then of course, the time Ander came over to, oh, I see. Oh, never mind. I thought that was gonna put me up on top of this thing. Where those little things are. Never mind. I was so confident in that. Where's Pink Punk Fairy and her neon sign? Must be... Yeah, he's jamming. But yeah, my dad had these pictures, these professional, as a joke, my dad had these professional, these professional like beauty photos taken of him dressed as one of his characters from his one-man play. The character is Aunt Pearl, and so my dad is in full makeup, wig, boa, everything. I've got pictures of it on my Discord somewhere. I don't know if I pinned them, I'm not sure, but full makeup, hair, everything, curly wig, everything, and he's Aunt Pearl in these glamour shots. And we had, as a joke, we had them up in our house in our basement for a long time because it was just supposed to be funny. And most of the time, it was always very telling whenever I had friends over for the first time. They would always be like, oh, is that your grandma? And I had to decide and be like, do I tell them that it's my dad? Do I not tell them it's my dad? And I would oftentimes, I always ended up telling the truth. And I would say, that's actually my dad. And they'd be like, what? And they would totally be freaked out by it, kind of weirded out by it. I mean, they laughed about it. Where is that fairy? Oh, am I thinking of a different level? She was in the Misty Bog. Why is he pointing down into the water then? That's why. Yeah, she's the spitting image of my dad. Oh, it's a flight one. I got it. And how do I? Oh, okay. And I remember when Ander came over for the first time ever, and we were down in the basement, and he looked up and, of course, was like, "Is that your dad?" Or I'm sorry, he goes, "Is that your grandma?" Just making conversation, you know. And I was like, am I honest? Like, what do I say? Oh, DJ found it. Okay, click on that if you want a picture of my dad as Aunt Pearl, because it is wild. Obviously, that was long time ago, but anyway. So, yeah. So, and Andrew goes, "Is that your grandma?" And I was like, actually, that's my dad. And Andrew looked up at it and he goes, "Really?" Like, he was so enamored and so amazed. And I was like, okay, he's definitely a keeper, because he could have been like, but obviously I explain and say, well, my dad has this one-man show, obviously, because it's a one-man show. He plays all the characters. And anyway, so Aunt Pearl is one of his most, like, famous ones. Maybe we did. Maybe I did. I mean, we watched the Christmas one. I know, right? Like, he passes off as a pretty great granny with, like, the boa and the facial expression and everything. He's got two. There's one where he's in kind of like a leopard print thing, I think, and there's another one where he's in pink. But it was all a joke. It was all a joke done by his friends. And there was this place in our mall that offered, I even got some beauty shots taken there. My dad and I decided to go do it as like a daddy-daughter date thing. And, they made they did that classic 90s, like, they made the picture kind of like ethereally fuzzy, where it would, like, everybody was glowing. I was probably like 12 or 13 or something. And I look like I'm 16 or 17. Like, it's weird. They did so much makeup on me. But anyway, we had a good time. It was really fun. And it was fun to be made up like that. And, like, it was really fun. But yeah, it was a joke. And my dad's friends got it. And then, of course, I think my dad did it as a joke. And then as another joke, my dad's friends framed it for him. That was dumb. Now they're wearing armor. How dare they? So she's the spitting image of my dad. Yeah, doesn't my dad look just like her? They say that my dad looks just like her. Yeah, so that was kind of like the test to see, like, who was kind of in it for the, like, well, I mean, I don't know, not that it mattered for my friends, but we all kind of joked about it. But my friends knew that my dad was kind of a crazy guy. But theater professor, had lots of different characters, and because he had the one-man show, lots and lots of different characters that he could bust out at any given time. And it was almost like living with someone with multiple personalities, but he could just bust them out whenever he wanted. It was really crazy. And I grew up obviously not really thinking much about it, because that's just what I grew up with. But I definitely have had, my girls actually had a really hard time with it, because they didn't see my dad very often. And it was very jarring to my girls, because he would be, grandpa for a second, and then all of a sudden he'd bust out into this crazy character, and Charlotte did not know how to handle it. And as my dad has gotten older, he's kind of calmed down a little bit. He's not nearly as, like, crazy with his busting out his crazy characters. But for a while there, I took it for granted. It was just second nature to me. But there were I'm sure I had some friends that were like, her dad is freaking weird. But my dad's really nice. But I had lots of friends growing up, so they must not have been that perturbed by my dad. Everything had to be a joke with him. Everything. He was always, and not all of his jokes were great. Like, sometimes I was like, Dad, that was a bad one. That was not good. Siddiqui.
Metalhead is all charged up to meet you.
Of course he is.
Attacking the power pole should disrupt his power supply.
Whoa. He is way more threatening than any other boss I've come across in this game. Holy moly dang. I feel not ready for that kind of commitment. Hold on. I'm not supposed to make that jump all the way from the... Oh, no. Wow, he was ready for me. He was really imposing. Wow. All those power poles and everything. Goodness gracious. Oh, and there he is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not seeing a way for me to get up high to get over to those places over there. I do not see. Maybe the way is through Metalhead. Oh my goodness. Oh. How is those things? Oh, cool. Oh, he's chucking baddies at me? Like, legitimately chucking. Oh. Okay. Oh. Can I just hit him? Okay. Oh, Lord. Look at him. He's like, no, I'm out of here. Oh, that's right. We fight them in stages. Okay. That looked very much like a Crash Bandicoot type boss situation where there's just like this, they're kind of like from afar and you can see them waiting in there. Oh, wait. I think this is how you get up, maybe? This water looks concerning. Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water in the bog. Don't do it. Okay. I bet Charlotte could do this. I'm glad he told me to do that. He's just hanging out there like everything's fine. This is fine. I don't think I'm supposed to hit him yet. He scares me. Okay. A couple screws popped out. That was that. He was donezo. Okay, I got these dudes, these fellas. Wow, he ended up being far less... He looked really, really scary. Very imposing there at the beginning, but he did not have... He was far less imposing than I thought he was going to be. Can you make that? Whoa, I did not think I was gonna make that. See, this is why you gotta... Oh, okay. This is why you gotta glide at the top of your jump. Now we're up high. Oh, yes. Oh, this doesn't help me though. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay, but now we're up high. I don't know why I thought coming in here would help me. Because... Okay, this was the first room. Then how do you get up high here? I've got to be missing something. Keep going higher. No. I think that's where I came in. There's like gems. There are gems up there, and then I think there are gems up on top of... Wait. There are gems up on top of one of these platforms. Can't remember which one it is now, but there are gems like all over on the top of this. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, up there. I love the chicken's walleyes, like going in opposite directions. Ah! But this goes down. Those windows look upside down. Oh, there's a thing to lift you up, I think, up there. Yep, that's Metalhead, all right. That is him. Okay, how do you get up there? How do you get up high up there? I imagine you have to end up on this platform right here. No. This platform. And if you go in here, we just go down. But there's this one. That, like, the pipe is steaming. That's the only one that's steaming. Is that not important? Maybe it's not important. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh! Found it, maybe. Possibly. Supposed to... Can you charge while you're in the air? Kind of. Well, no, not really. Okay, creepy, gross water. Bog water. Got it. Supposed to, like, glide off of here somehow? No. I mean, that did find me more gems, but that does not solve my problem. Ugh. I have this tiny little hair, like, right here that's, like, blowing in my face from my fan. Ugh. Ugh. Driving me nuts. But I need the fan on. I can't find anything that I would jump on. Oh, this feels like the treetops kind of, where it's like all of a sudden there's this crazy spike in, like, how do you get to this one place? I don't know if it's a dragon. Oh, there's only one dragon here. Never mind. You can't hit those things. Okay. I was wondering if you broke those things, maybe something would happen. I guess I don't have to 100% every level, but I'm annoyed because I want to 100% every level. Well, I don't know about treetops. Ooh. I'm annoyed they sent a dragon over there. Like, gems maybe, but like the dragon, that's a bummer. Creepy bog water all around. Yeah, how do you get up there? And then these windows from far away, they look like they're open, but they're not. They have this this grating on them. Well, I guess we'll just go then. Oh. I don't know how to get those, and I can always come back later. Unless there's like a special secret blue thing, or to lift you up to get up there. I cannot believe, what's the date today? The 13th? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this trip to Utah. I get to spend almost the entire day of my dad's birthday with him, and then I get to spend almost 2 full days with him after the wedding, and I am unbelievably excited. Holy moly, it's gonna be great. I'm trying to get up on top of these platforms. There are gems over there, and then there are also gems up on that platform, and I can't figure out how to get up high enough. I can't, like, I see a blue thing right there, which I imagine you're supposed to lift up and then fly all the way down to that platform right there, but I cannot figure out how to get up there. There isn't anywhere for me to jump from, at least not that I can see. I've rarely ever finished a lip balm in my life. I like that this chicken is pitching a fit because I'm in its way and it won't just go around me. He's just mad. Much like my toddler. Just be like, you're in my way. Wooden bridge. What? Wooden bridge? That wooden bridge? Does this wooden bridge do something special? Today's checklist. Hey, it's Ratchet! Clothed? Sufficiently. Keys? Yep, just found them. Coffee cup? Full, of course. Sanity? Sanity? And we have a runner. Hey, it's Marmike. I have not gone back to Treetop yet. That's the phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys. Phone, wallet, keys. Look left. You're talking about that tiny little platform down there that I could potentially jump on and maybe find a secret place to go to? Maybe. Look left? Look alive! Left? Further left and down. Yes, that little platform right down there. I looked at that and was like, well, that's one of those weird little platforms that you can't actually jump on. Well, not with that attitude. Wait, what? Look at him. He's like, I protected you once. This one? What is me? Because you are in his way. Oh. Whoa, that was trippy. Dang, 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 dang. I did not expect that. Thank you kindly. Wow, look at all the... Wow, so many gems. I missed so many. Oh! Oh, that's right. That's behind the waterfall. I have not gone back to do treetops yet because I was salty about treetops. I was salty about suddenly the difficulty level being like, fine, 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 fine. Whoop! I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to it. I did do Misty Bog, though. And obviously, this is Metalhead. Oh. And now... Oh! Look at him. We found him. And now... Oh, I see. Oh, got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. No running. Jump. Oh, that was really close. I saw that little ledge and I was like, that must be just, I don't. That. What? Now I missed more? Are you serious? Oh, that really was. That was like a whole extra area. Is this in the place? In his hangout? The part that sucks is that the game came out before you could just Google tips on the internet. You just had to find someone that knew things. I know. How did we function like that? Now everything is at our fingertips. We can learn anything. We know we can look up anything. Anything. Oh, he's pointing into the next room over. Oh, that's right, behind the waterfall. That's right, I knew that. Yeah. I had just told myself that too. I just forgot. And I forgot about the giant key that's hanging out in the right side of my screen. Who would have thought? Amazing. It's like Crash Bandicoot. In those games, you had to rely on curiosity to find every single gem. You are right. Boom. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. Gem in the rough. Speaking of gems in the rough, I have a poll going on my Discord right now. I'm trying to start a new YouTube series. I've got 2 YouTube series that I'm going to be recording on my Twitch live streams on Fridays. One of them is listening to a song from a game I've never played before and trying to guess what is happening in the scene, guessing the scene without any context. And then the other one is I want to try like unbelievably cheap games. We're talking under $2 and just give them an hour and just play them and see if they're utter garbage or maybe we might find some gems. And I'd like to turn them into YouTube videos, which means chat commands, channel point redemptions, and alerts and things won't work on that. We'll record them live. Just during that portion, I still haven't figured out how to make that work. It's already been a week since the last time and I still haven't figured out how to make that work on my in-streamer bot. DJ sent me some instructions and I have yet to try those. That's another one of those things that I'm like, I really want to sit down and do this and I just can't. But so I have a poll going on my Discord right now. I think I can pin that message actually right here. Oh no, that's the... Where is it? Where is it? Has the... When was the last time it made an announcement? Did it not make an announcement? Oh, here. Oh, whoops. Can you not pin an announcement? Oh, shoot. Well, it's in the general chat of my Discord, and there's a poll going. I put together a list, a short list of a couple, like 6 or so games. I can't, oh, I see what it is. I see the, where, okay, here it is. Oh no, there's no, I think an announcement you can't pin. But a chat message you can. So I'm gonna copy this. And I'm gonna post it and then I'll pin it. Weird, you cannot pin. Yeah, we'll manually unpin it after the end of stream. So anyway, I just pinned it to the top of chat. If you're interested, I don't know anything about the games that are on there. I just went off of being less than $2 and then just picked them based off of there. And there were so many to choose from, but I basically just looked at the game covers, like the cover art, and just was like, sure. So I tried to get a good mix of the ratings of E for everyone, E10+, and T for teen. So there's a good mix in there. So if you want to vote on what I try tomorrow, go ahead and vote there. Okay, I think I'm done here. Except, I guess we'll go back to treetops and we'll try it. Treetops? Oh, but all the baddies are gonna be back. Boo. Okay, that's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And I am 100% not opposed to doing GameSpark interviews with people. I had this YouTube series. So there's kind of a, it's kind of a story, but when I posted my reaction on my YouTube channel of collecting all the Dragon's Tears from Tears of the Kingdom, I got lots of really positive. No, it's from, wait, is what's from Steam? I got lots of positive feedback, honestly. Oh, that's right. I never found that, dude. I got lots of positive feedback, but I also got a couple things of people being mean. People being like, oh yeah, girls just cry in games to get attention, or classic girl crying in a game, you know, whatever. And look, I don't have a problem with people saying that I'm a girl and I'm emotional, whatever, that's fine. But I've also seen men get emotional over Tears of the Kingdom as well. And I don't think it's okay to shame anybody for feeling emotions when you experience a story. And so I just felt like that was kind of lame. And so I decided to, I wanted to know if, I wanted to know what other people, oh, wait. Where, did I catch that guy last time? Whoa, he's jumping up those stairs. Did I catch, I think I did. Where did he go? Oh, wow, he is gone. Just means that, like, you wouldn't shame somebody for crying over a movie that touched them, and so somehow it's different. Oh, yeah, look at him. I saw him. Wow, okay, cool. And so I started interviewing people and asking them about their gaming experiences, and I got, like, what, 16 episodes, 17 episodes done or something? Yeah, you can't tell someone how to feel. Exactly. And so it just got me thinking. And I loved doing it, and it was really fun. However, it was a big time commitment for me, and I couldn't, outside of my streaming time, I couldn't do it anymore, because my interviews were getting upwards of like 2 hours, and then I had to edit, which took another couple hours, and it was just too long. And so I put it on the back burner for a while. I'm not opposed to bringing it back. I just can't do it I can't do it outside of my stream. So if we want to have like one Friday be a guess the game scene, one Friday be a bargain game, and then one Friday be a GameSpark interview or something, then that's fine. But that's also hard because a lot of people work, and so they aren't able to do GameSpark interviews. It would have to be on Saturdays. See, once again, that gets complicated because I've got things that I have going on Saturdays as well. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, I think you're supposed to... I don't think I can make it. Not over that thing. There's a fire. There's a fire! See, okay. This is the confusing part. Where do I start? And then this runs you all the way down and will get you to that island. So I have to find the starting point. Oh, it's not the starting point. I don't know. I'd have to check my my sheet. I don't remember. Okay, it's up. I wish these things were marked on the map. That would be very helpful. I love those little arrow through his... Because we've talked about this too. What I also don't want to do is I also don't want to shorten the interview and have it be like, okay, well, all the people that did it in the beginning get to answer like 5 questions, but now everybody only gets to answer 2 questions. I feel like that's robbing people of the experience. And that means a bunch of people got to have the whole experience and everybody else only gets like half the experience. So, but it's all just a huge time commitment for me that I just cannot, especially with homeschooling, I just cannot commit to it right now. I'd love to, but once again, it's kind of like the voice acting thing. It's like, I just can't prioritize that right now. I have too many other things that I'm not even prioritizing because I'm not writing and I'm not, you know what I mean? And the guess the game scene and all that, I'm able to do while I stream, which is really helpful. But that, I don't know, I couldn't, because I only stream on work days, like on Monday through Friday, you know? Okay, so I think I have to go through the window room place. I think it's, oh no, it's not. Oh, that's it down there, I think, so. Spyro, why can't you fly yet? You know what I'm saying? That would be so great if you could just flap those little wings. Oh, see? And this is where you run. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, and you, whoa. Wait a minute, what? Okay, so where do you start? I cannot remember where to start. I'd rather wait till your presidency ends than do 2 questions. Fair. I empathize with you. Greater aspirations than the time to achieve them. Yeah, I don't want to cut people's time short, but it's just one of those things I got to put on the back burner for a while because I just can't. What I don't want to do is cut it short and not be able to dedicate as much time to it as I'd like. That's the real problem, is that I can't dedicate the time to it that I'd really like to. And it just is what it is with my life right now. It just kind of is what it is. Especially with the decision to homeschool. It was just kind of... That was a hard decision to make anyway. But it started... I mean, the problem was I was losing momentum because I was like, I don't have time. I can't do this. And Ander was like, well, you just need to be better at managing your time. You just can't go over... don't go over an hour on your interviews. You just have to have a legit stop time. And I was like, I know, but at the same time... That still kind of cuts it short. I mean, I guess that's true. Like, if you're going to have an online interview, then you should probably be like, okay, well, this is how much time I have. Because I want to respect your guys' time, and I want to respect my time as well. So I can say, okay, we've got an hour. And whatever we get in an hour, that's what we've got. We don't have, I don't... Well, now where's the... this isn't helping me either. Because I have to come... Dragon at the top of the ramp that gets you to the island with the pillars. I know every single one of my interviews went over an hour. Every single one. All of them. Because I was enjoying myself and I didn't want to cut them short. And did we get off on some tangents? Sure, we got off on some tangents. And could we cull that a little bit? Yeah, we could. But, so, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to, you know what we need? A moderator. Keep you on time. Yeah, that's probably true. Somebody that's just like, hey, it's been 15 minutes. Move on to the next question. If you're going to ask 5 questions, then you really should break it up to 10 minutes for each question. I don't know which ramp starts it. Yeah, if I set a hard time, I'm the one that's in charge of being like, okay, we need to move on. But instead I just let people talk because I didn't want to be rude and interrupt them or cut them off. But at the same time, I think everybody understands that we're all limited on time and that this is a sacrifice of my time and yours. And so I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to keep things moving along, And if I say that from the beginning and I say we have 1 hour, hopefully that when people are preparing for the interview, they will make sure that their answers are concise and they will maybe write them down or whatever and have them kind of prepared so that they're not going, I mean, I send the questions out early, but maybe they can have bullet points or something so that they can keep their answers concise as well instead of just rambling. And I feel like in saying all of this, I'm shaming people that we did have long interviews, and that's not what I'm doing at all. I'm saying I would love to be able to let people talk for hours about their games because I can talk about games for hours. But if I'm going to bring GameSpark back, I have to find a way to cut it down because I just can't. I cannot. I can't spend that much time. An hourglass, or put it on the screen or something. I don't know. Where I'm like, okay, we've got this much time. I don't feel like... This is... Okay. Okay. Which ramp do I start at? Like, which one do I start? I see 2 over there. That one goes from there to there, over those thingy-dingies. But I need one before that, unless I'm supposed to start at that one. This is my problem. I can't figure out the starting point. I can find 2 ramps, but I can't figure out what the starting point is. The one with the dragon named Lyle at the top. Oh, okay. One with the dragon named Lyle at the top. Was that this guy? Was this Lyle? Was this Lyle? No. Was this Lyle? No, there is no Lyle here. No Lyle. Was it... Oh, wait, that's Lyle? Is this Lyle?
Hi, Spyro.
Oh, yeah. Okay. With his 2 horns. Okay, so this is the one we start with? Okay, we start here. Oh, okay. We go over there. From here to there? Is that right? I'm not supposed to... Or am I supposed to actually jump onto that and just yeet over to the right? If you... Yeah, I've got to be... And that's what Ander said. Ander was like, you're the host. You're the one that's in charge of the time. I was like, I know, but I don't want to cut anybody off. And he was like, okay, but you yourself said that you could talk on games for hours. So Mactastic's like, what do you mean? I don't go off on tangents. I don't have soapboxes. Not me. No siree. How did we get here? Did we get here through the window? Okay. I think... Am I supposed to do that? Because I don't think I can make that. Down the ramp, shoot the island with the pillars. Oh, shoot to the island with the pillars. Okay. Hard right. Ugh, I hate this. Okay. Well, that's a surefire way not to make it happen. How did you guys do this? Okay. We can do it, Spyro. Come on. You know, for a super jump, Spyro, I'm gonna lose all my dudes in just trying this. Okay. I can't even, hey, it's David. I can't even make that jump. How am I supposed to make the rest of them? Am I not jumping at the right time? This is so frustrating because the mechanics suck. I mean, I can play Silk Song, but I can't do this. Oh, you've got to be kidding. This is not bringing me any joy. I'm going to the Balloon Man. This is when games go from fun to not fun. When I'm like, okay, this is just frustrating to me. So this is when I'm not having fun anymore, and so I'm going somewhere else. Yay! No, that's frustrating. It's like everything else was super doable, and then that one is like, ugh. You want this last dragon? Yeah, well, it's kind of like turning up this difficulty in Silk Song on me. Where's my Balloon Man? Where are we going? I think we're going to one more place. No, I think there are 2 more places.
Oh, I feel much better. Jump in the
Yeah,
balloon, and I'll show you the dream.
I gotta look up this, guys. Okay. Cray the Balloonist voice. I swear I recognize this voice. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Max Middleman. Oh my gosh, so many voices. Provides voices for English. Wait, no, I think he's mostly a game person. Oh man, no. He's been in everything. Dang. Okay, you know what? This is gonna be an easier way to do this. Oh my gosh, Lauren Lanning provided the voice for Abe. Never mind. No, I'm not hating on the game. There was just that's true. I don't have time to sit and practice it.
You ready to go?
I thought for sure that was the guy that did Abe's voice in Abe's Odyssey, but I was wrong. I guess Lorne Lanning, the guy that did the games, was the one that voiced. No, I'm not hating on the dragon game. Dragon game is cute and fun. That was just that one dragon. I'm like, it's true. I just don't have the time to sit and do it over and over and over again. At least not right now. I would in my own personal life. And then I could take a break and be like, okay, I can't do this yet. And then I would come back the next day and try again. And then, you know what I mean? Where are we going? The Dream Weavers or whatever? Oh, wow. He is something. Did he just make them into fairies that are... Oh, no. He's ready to attack. Never mind. Oh, he was wearing armor. I didn't realize that. Wow. Who... Those fairies people give me a weird vibe. Who set the spell? Mushrooms! I'm gonna need that. Roast mushroom, anybody? Makes me feel ancient, but back in my day, we just had to get good. Seriously, though. It's easy for me now, but it took hours of practice. Oh, I don't doubt it. This is Susie being like instant gratification, like, this is hard. Oh, now I can get you because you're small. Is that a person or is that a being or a dang old contraption? That's what's causing all the stuff. Oh, large. These... okay. Oh, see, now they're scared because they're my size. I don't know what any of these trophies mean. I know, you're absolutely right. Because when I was younger, I used to play games like that too, where I would try and try and try and try and try. Oh, I feel like Jacques. That must be the boss. Oh, there's our balloon man. Does he have his... Oh no, he still has his cover around his face. He is a problem. Definitely a problem. That fella up there, I can't tell what he is, but he is cramping my style. Well, I can attack those guys while they're big, but I can't attack the crazy ladies in... Oh. I can't attack the crazy ladies in armor. Am I supposed to go here? Oh, it's just you! So I can aim now. Oh. Okay. Nope, not quite. Phenomenal cosmic power. I was hoping that would get both of them. Boom. This place is cool though. This little floating island kind of vibe. I like it. I dig it. It's cool. Like it. Luckily, this is a game that you can get to the end or of without doing everything. Oh, look at his little hovering thing.
Done when I've toasted that nasty Nork.
Oh, there's another one that I should have blasted, but I didn't. Oh, he just kicked me. Rude. That was so rude. That was like little kid, like, eh. So I can't hit you? Got it. She looks like something out of Skull Monkeys. Her head shape and everything. Looks like something straight out of Skull Monkeys. Oh, he was ready. Haunted Towers. Sign me up. Let's go. Haunted in Spyro's world. Like, not too bad, right? Not like super creepy haunted. That level in Superliminal with all the red paint. That was creepy. That was really, really creepy. It was really well done. The doors closing automatically on their own and stuff. I never saw a single moving thing, but man, I was on edge during that level. That was really well done. Hi. How's it going?
Fine.
Did you have a good time over at Grandma's?
There's something that I want to bring home to do with Puppy, but I think you said no to it before.
Well, what is it?
It's a,
You're hurting my head.
it's like a pop-up big tent thing.
I don't mind if
Like
you
a
have a
tunnel.
pop tent. Did you get it?
I asked Papa, but he said that maybe another day.
I mean, you have a pop-up tent. Did she get a new one?
No, I think
Is it that multicolored like tunnel? I don't mind if we can go pick that up over at her house like tomorrow or something.
I think we have that.
I don't think we've ever had it at our house. We also have hard.
I said, "Do you think that there's
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize what that was. Surprise. Okay, I feel more prepared. I didn't realize that door was breakable. It's the first time that's ever happened. Oh, he takes his head off. Okay. I think you're metal. Okay. Hi, cutie bug. How are you?
Are you already streaming?
I am already streaming.
Can you do streams?
I mean, that's kind of up to Papa, but I feel like you probably did lots of screens at Grandma's house. You didn't? I don't believe you.
Why is your butterfly?
Because I've been hit multiple times. Oh. Can you not kill these guys? I know, you're already streaming? Well, here's one that... Oh, weird. He has like a glow. I wonder if you get to the end, if there's like a major one that you can like... Ah! So he doesn't get him? Nope. Okay. Weird. Okay. I don't quite understand the mechanics. Oh, okay. Yes, I do. Now I do. Now I do. Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. I was like, I recognize her. Why is she special? She is special. She has the super cute special pixie braid haircut. And she gives me superpowers. Did you watch Gabby's Dollhouse?
Guess what I watched? I watched Toy Story 4.
Oh, yeah? Do you remember it? Stixel wants love. Okay, I'm not done streaming yet. Everybody needs to go.
I'm laughing because Duck is funny.
Yes. Hi, Stixel! That's Stixel. Okay. The question is... I guess... Oh, they came to life. Of course they did. Cool. Okay. Oh, man. That means I gotta... Oh. Oh, maybe not. I thought I needed to go out there. I thought I saw baddies. Yeah, she's got the cool little, like, cute braid. And her little purple dress. Ooh, come on. Fast, 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 fast. Dang it. I don't need that for you, though. Oh, no, I missed one. Darn, 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 darnity darn. There's too much happening. You know what? For being haunted, this place has way happier music than I thought it was going to. I had in my head like the haunted levels from Astro. Somebody got a donut. Oh my goodness. Only if you come sit in a chair and you come off to the side. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. Yay. Oh, I thought it was Costco. Kosoko.
Hey, Spyro. All dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss. See what it can do to your power of flame.
Oh, yes. All dragons do know. No, I did not get the armor at the beginning. Man, it would be great if that fairy would, like... Are there, like, multiples throughout the level?
No.
Is she in there? Okay. Fairy's kiss, man. Who would have thought? Nice. Yeah, I saw those at the last second. I knew there was something behind that door. Knew it. I'm gonna be coming back here a lot. I hope there's another one throughout the level. There's gotta be. That's kind of... Oh! Skits. Can I have one bite of your donut? It's an old donut. That's okay. One bite. That's all I wanted. Oh man, now I have to do all that again. Ugh. Okay. That's right, because I did not save. Right. Do these fairies have names? Like, according to Spyro lore? Like Lucinda? Or like Glenda? Oh, who's gonna go watch the second part of Wicked? I haven't even seen the first part yet. I should probably show Charlotte. That reminds me, one of my friends asked if I could watch her kids, so she went to show she can go see the movie, and I completely forgot to respond. I think I would like Wicked. Mud's like, May! I think I would like Wicked. I'm slightly... Ugh. I think there's got to be another one. There has to be another one. Another purple fairy? Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, it's a good one. Belinda. Glinda. Yeah, I kind of had dumb, stupid reasons to not like Wicked because it was so overplayed everywhere when I was in high school. Everybody wanted to sing it for auditions and everybody wanted to do it for their... It was sung in all our green room warm-ups before a show, everything. And I just got tired of it. And there were so many people in my theater class that would talk about it because they were like, oh yeah, well, we remember that one time that my family went to New York and we saw Wicked on Broadway. And there was a girl in particular, and this is so stupid. This is such a stupid reason to not like a play, which is a perfectly good play. But she, I know, Galinda, Glinda, Melinda, Belinda, Falinda, Kalinda, Delinda, you name it. And she was very wealthy, and she was about 2 years older. No, I think she was only a year older than me. But she had this really good relationship with so when I was in high school, I took musical theater from a different high school because my high school didn't offer musical theater in particular. So every day after lunch, I was released from my high school and I would drive over to the other high school and I would take musical theater there. And I met a whole bunch of new kids and made a whole bunch of new friends, and it was really great. But it was very clear that the lady that was the leader, like the theater professor, was very much, she was very much into her favorites. And that kind of happens with high school teachers anyway, because I know that they feel a certain amount of, like, they feel like they kind of owe it to certain students that have been taking their classes for so long. And they kind of feel like, oh, well, I owe them parts because they've been loyal to me. But it's also a public education. And so I feel like, I guess there's a difference between wanting to have a good production, and which I totally understand and I respect. You want to have a good production, but in only casting the same people every single time in your high school class.
Hold your horns. Here comes
Hold your horns.
Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who
Yeah,
matters
she's just,
most.
you know, I mean, I only have like
Nasty
30 more
Nork.
minutes, so she's okay. So I understand wanting to have a good production, but I also feel like if you have a class full of people and it's public education, I feel like you should probably not just cast the same people every single time. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not really sure. My dad never did that. My dad definitely had favorites, but he also understood that when you cast somebody, you should cast the best person for the role instead of just a person that you know you work well with or whatever. I mean, this is part of being in, you know, it's a bigger, and I mean, even directors for smaller community theaters do the same thing. Yeah, sometimes you need to give people a chance. And what they do is they stay with the people that they know because it's safe and because they know that it's not going to cause them any problems or whatever. And it's, you know what I mean? And I understand that, but I also feel like it's kind of unfair because I came into this, you know, this new school and I knew I had what it took to be some of the parts, and she completely overlooked me and gave the parts to the other people instead. And that's on her. That's fine. But when you have auditions and you have people that can sing the songs and do really well, but you still keep picking the same people every time, even though you've got two people that are pretty much at the same level, you're obviously just kind of picking favorites or whatever. And I remember we did Into the Woods, and we all, like me and my friend group, we all got together and we basically talked about, almost the whole class got together and like talked through who we thought the list was going to be. We were like, so-and-so's going to be like the cast list. We were like, okay, well, Alex is going to be the baker, and so-and-so is going to be the baker's wife, and so-and-so is going to be the princess, and then so-and-so is going to be Prince Charming. And we were almost 100% correct when she posted the cast list. And so we were like, I don't know. And I remember her saying to us, she was like, now I've heard that everybody in this class believes that the cast list is finished. And if that's the case, well, that's news to me. And I thought, yeah, right. You know exactly who you're putting in this play because you've had these kids in your class for 3 years. And I guess I just feel like there shouldn't be a hierarchy when you go into high school. It's like, if you're a new kid, you shouldn't have to start at the bottom and work your way up. If you have talent and you can sing the songs and perform well, then why not be given a chance instead of being like, oh, well, you're pretty good, but you're still the new kid and we don't know who you are and we don't really know. And so you're not like, you're at the bottom of the tier list. We've been in this class for years and we've worked up and we've done all of our time as like background people and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, that just felt kind of weird to me since it was a high school thing. And that happens in community theaters as well. And what happens is they feel like I think with directors, they feel like they are not giving their loyal people, they're cutting off their loyal people from playing good roles. But it's like auditions should be the best person that can play the part instead of just somebody that you're like, oh, well, they've been in every production I've done for the last 3 years. And so they deserve a chance at a good, because what if they're not right for the part though? And what if you're taking that part away from somebody that could do the part better, but you're just going over you're choosing loyalty over, you know? So anyway, it's complicated and I don't want to say how anybody should do their jobs or whatever. So this all goes back to Wicked, right? So there was this girl that was a year older than me, and she and her family were obviously very well off. And they took our director, like our teacher, the musical theater teacher, to New York for like a week and took her to see all these Broadway shows and stuff. And so do you think she's going to turn down their daughter for any lead role? Of course not. And so she put her in every lead, and I didn't think she was amazing, but I don't know. I also came from theater background, and so I had a blind spot where I was like, well, my dad's a theater professor. I'm an amazing actress. What are you talking about? I'm really not an amazing actress. And if anything, I feel like I've become a better actress over the years than I ever was when I was in high school. And so there was part of me that was like, well, I deserve this because my dad is a theater professor and I can sing really well, but singing isn't enough. You need to be able to act as well. And so, you know, obviously, but it just didn't feel very fair when there were just the same people on the cast list every single time. But her musicals won awards, and she was very, very talented. And so she had built up this name for herself, and she didn't want to risk not having those good reviews. So she didn't want to ruin her reputation by casting somebody that maybe wasn't as good or didn't have as much talent or whatever. But I remember talking to my dad about it, and I remember my dad being like, you know, I can see why teachers do this, but that's not the way I've chosen to do things, because I feel like everybody deserves a chance, and some people will really surprise you if you give them a chance. And that's why you have auditions. You know, you have auditions because you want to, you try to gauge, and I mean, it's hard, but you try to gauge like who is going to be, I think that's a door that I need to run into. So I will not lie, I kind of had some dreams of being like the new theater kid that came in and was like, wow, she can sing really well. Let's give her a lead role. Because I'd never had a lead role before. I didn't ever get a lead role. Oh, that's not true. I was Anne in Anne of Green Gables when I was in 10th grade. And, but wait. What? There's gotta be a secret. Oh, okay. I can hear it. I can hear like a statue. I played Anne of Green Gables when I was a sophomore, but he double cast the show. So one cast did every other night, and then the other cast did every other night. And the other girl that got cast as Anne was a senior that year, and she'd been in all his classes. This was at my other high school. So this was my sophomore year, and I didn't do the musical theater thing till I was a junior. The other girl, even though I feel like I grew more as an actress and I learned more, and I feel like this was an opportunity to grow. She got every award, she got most of the marketing and all that stuff. And she was a senior, and so she got seniority. And I felt like that was when I had the conversation with my dad, and he was like, that feels a little unfair, doesn't it? That, you you worked really hard on that, and you grew a lot. I watched your technique grow and everything, and anyway, whatever, it is what it is. But my dad just chose to do things differently, and I actually appreciate him for that, because I think he gave a lot of people chances that otherwise might not have had chances. So this, once again, this goes back to Wicked. So this girl was obsessed with Wicked, the girl that like was really wealthy and took our teacher to all these, like took our teacher on this trip to New York and all this stuff. And she was obsessed with it, and she sang it all the time. And for the senior showcase, she picked only Wicked songs. And during every play, we always sang Wicked in the green room while we were waiting to get ready and everything. And I just got so sick of it, because she just never let anybody forget that she had taken our teacher to New York and everything. And that's a stupid reason not to like a musical, but that is what happened. And I was like, I don't like Wicked anymore. It was so, it was kind of like Twilight. Like, it was so overdone, and everybody, like, nobody could do it, but everybody was so obsessed with it. I was just like, I'm over this. I don't want to have, I think, oh, wait. Have I been here? I think I know what to do. My dad did not mess around when it came to his directing, though, because when I was in a musical, the one musical I was a musical lead in, I played Darlene Love in Leader of the Pack. Oh, this, I thought that was a way to... Am I hearing this? Because I feel like I'm hearing... I'm hearing it in the wall. I feel like I'm crazy. Sounds like a Susie Grace villain origin story. When I was in high school, nobody would give me a chance to be a musical lead, and I deserved it. No. I mean, there were plenty of other people that were really talented, and I thought that was great, but I did definitely have a problem with the way that they play favorites, and it was like, well, you haven't, you know, done your time. My dad never did things that way. But then again, it was college, so it was a little different, but my dad didn't have the same people in every class every single year. You know, it's different when you're in high school. But I respected my dad for that. I thought that was pretty cool, that he gave more people chances and was willing to be like, you know what, this person is the best. Whether I've worked with them or not, this person auditioned to the best and proved that they could sing the songs the best. But when we did Leader of the Pack, which is the musical biography of Ellie Greenwich, who wrote all the famous 60s, 50s, and 60s songs, the Go Into the Chapel, the Wait Till My Bobby Gets Home, the Leader of the Pack, vroom, 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 you know. I really wanted to be Prince Charming. That would have been great. You know what? I have played a boy before. I guess Puck doesn't necessarily have to be a boy, but when I was in Midsummer Night, one of my favorite roles I ever had in high school or in middle school, gosh, in any of my schooling, was when I was Puck in Midsummer Night's Dream. And Puck was the mischief. He was the mischief maker. I don't know if you've seen Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream, but it's hilarious. Highly recommend. It's great. And Puck is like a servant of the fairy king that decides to wreak a little havoc among all the humans that are lost in the woods. And he thinks he's helping, but he kind of makes some mistakes, and he's kind of mischievous. And so that was probably one of my favorite roles I've ever had. And I never in a million years expected to be Puck, because Puck, I had always seen Puck as a male, but but it's not written. I don't think it's written in Shakespeare's play that Puck is played by a male. Anyway, but when I was in Leader of the Pack, the girl that was cast as Ellie Greenwich, who was the lead, so I played Darlene Love, who was a real person, sang almost all her songs. And she sings, she was a powerhouse of a voice. She is Black, and I am not, but my dad didn't have any Black kids audition, and so he had to work with what he was given. So I played Darlene Love, and I had to work twice as hard to prove that I had gotten that role, not just because my dad was the director. And I was stressed out all the time because I was afraid people were gonna think that I'd gotten the role. And by the end of the play, I actually had multiple people come up to me and say, you know, in the beginning, oh, see, I knew it. There's something up there. in the beginning of the play, I had multiple people come up to me and say, I thought you got this role. Thought you got the role because your dad was director. And I don't think that anymore. I think you are one of the only people that could do this role because of the singing and because of like the range of the music and all that stuff. Tina Turner did one of her songs. It's not Ain't No Mountain High Enough, but it's something about a mountain. I can't remember. Back when Shakespeare wrote plays, women couldn't be actors, but every time I have seen a woman play Puck, it has been better. See, I've never seen a woman play Puck, but it was so fun to play. It was so fun to play. It's easily one of my favorite. Because you're right, Shakespeare, women weren't allowed to be actors, and so they had to either, like, wait, no, I've been there. How do I get up into that area? I can hear it. Yeah, see? Yeah, oh. So anyway, my dad cast this girl to play Ellie Greenwich. Lead role. The musical is a biography of her life and how she wrote all these different songs and lots of musical numbers, more musical numbers than most musicals. And so I kind of got weird vibes from her during auditions. She seemed a little, I don't know. I didn't really appreciate her vibes. I felt like she was a little smug and she kind of irritated me a little bit, but whatever. I respected my dad's decision and that's fine. And so my dad had to be out. He was away one night for a rehearsal and he let each of his co-workers do a musical number. So there were 3 musical numbers that had kind of different choreography and different flavors. And really? Oh, that's right. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen the movie, but I do think I've seen pictures. River Deep Mountain High, thank you. Yes, Tina Turner did that. Rocked it, totally. I can't sing it like Tina Turner did. No way. I don't have that kind of range. Uh-oh, I hear Auden crying. Andrew must have turned her down on something. And it's getting time for me to sign off anyway, and I'm only half paying attention to my level. But anyway, so this girl, this coworker of my dad's, this other theater professor, was supposed to choreograph and block, which means set out the choreography and the movement and all that stuff, blocking it on the stage. So we all knew where to go. And it was the song called Wait Till My Bobby Gets Home. And it was a song I was singing. And so everybody was together. We were all together and we were all getting ready to do this and practice and everything. And the girl that played Ellie Greenwich was she was just really prickly and was just highly irritable with everyone. And the lady that was my dad's coworker was not having it. And she was also a very prickly person. And so finally she was like, is there a problem? Like, do you have a problem being here right now? And the girl was like, actually, yeah, I do. I do have a problem with being here. And the director at the time, for that number, she was like, why? Can I ask why? And she was like, well, I actually have tickets to a concert I'm supposed to go to tonight. And I really should be going. And the educator, like our director, was like, you have tickets to a concert on a night that you had a rehearsal. Did you tell your professor about this? Like the director about this? And she was like, no, I didn't. And so the girl goes, okay, then go, leave. And all of us were totally silent and we needed her. I mean, she was the main lead of the play. And we could do the choreography without her, but when you get into a play, that is a commitment you make for a good 6 weeks where almost every night you have rehearsals. I mean, you know about this going into a play. And if you had a concert a couple weeks into rehearsals, then that is something that you needed to let your professor know or your director know so that he could have been like, okay, we'll do a different number that doesn't require you on that night and you don't have to be there. I mean, it's so simple. But she made it into this big thing and she was like, yeah, I want to leave. And so the director for that number was like, okay, fine, go. And all of us were quiet and we watched and she stood there for a second and she goes, okay, fine. And she went and got her stuff and she left. And it was the weirdest, everything felt weird after that. Oh my gosh. When my dad found out the next time we all got together, he recast her. He fired her basically and was like, I don't want you in my play anymore. And he recast her. And he used a girl that was in the like background, like one of the background people, because we had a lot of background people. Changed her life because he gave her this musical lead and she nailed it, did such a great job. And some may say, well, but she didn't audition for, like, she didn't get it when she auditioned, but she absolutely nailed that role and she did a great job. And not only that, but she had big shoes to fill because she was put in to kind of save the production. And so she had a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I remember my dad's like brought us all in right before we started a rehearsal the night after this girl, I think her name was Stephanie, when she left. And he was like, I just have to talk to you all about something. I have made the decision to recast the lead of Ellie Greenwich and give it to so-and-so instead of to Stephanie because an actor does not walk out on their company. And it would have been very easy for her to come to me when she first got the part, got the part and said, hey, just so you know, I have this concert this night. Anyway, he was like, an actor does not walk out on their production. And the way, and when she did that, oh, he had her apologize in person. So she apologized to us and stood up in front of everybody. And she said, I shouldn't have left. I should have communicated with my director and I shouldn't have left. And I am no longer a part of this play. And I wish you all the best. Which felt very empty and hollow. I don't feel like she really meant any of it. I don't think she thought she had done anything wrong. I just got the vibe that she was like, well, I'm only saying this because I was told to say this. And then she hung out around the backside. We were in like a black box theater, which was like this tiny little theater. Huh? I started at 1. So I'm almost done. You have like 7 minutes. And so, she hung out like around the back side of where you walk into the theater. She hung out and listened to what my dad had to say. Not that it mattered. My dad wasn't like beating down on her or anything, but he was very open and honest. And he was like, you just don't walk out on your company like that. And I could not have somebody like that in my production because I lost all trust in her and I never would have been able to work with her properly. And, you know, it would have been very easy for her to tell me about this concert and she never did. And she threw everybody under the bus because we easily could have done a different song that night, but her not being here put everybody out because she was not, what was she supposed to, I mean, I guess she could have learned it later, but like, whatever. So anyway, he recast the lead within like, we had been rehearsing for like 2 weeks at the time. So the girl had like 4 weeks to pull together a lead role and she totally crushed it. And then the girl that was supposed to play the lead she wanted to do the lighting. She decided she wanted to do like she wanted to work as a tech person and do some of the lighting. And I remember going to my dad and being like, are you telling me that she wants to be given control over the lighting for a show that she got kicked out of, that she doesn't feel like she got kicked out of for a good reason? Who's to say she's not going to sabotage the show? And I don't remember if she actually ever did the lights or not, but I remember the lead girl being absolutely in tears because she was terrified that this girl was going to completely ruin the show. She didn't, so I don't know if she was actually doing the lights or not. I don't remember, but I remember there was this kind of controversy of her doing the lights or not. Mud says, I actually did that 1 year as a stagehand. First night of the show, I had to miss due to an advance to regionals for wrestling, which happened on that night. Well, it was the first night of the show, though, so I bet they were kind of bummed out, but they couldn't, like, fire you at that point, right? And, I mean, it happens. Like, it definitely happens. But I think part of it was the attitude behind it. It was the fact that she was very much like, yeah, I've got a concert. Like, so what of it? Like, I'm going to go to this concert. She seemed very unapologetic. And TJ says, an actor who can't make an apology sound sincere is not a very good actor. I mean, she kind of sounded sincere, but in the back, I was like, I don't think she thinks she did anything wrong. I think she's annoyed that she's now getting consequences to her actions. And I think she's being held accountable for the first time in a long time. Wolf had to send flowers to daughter's middle school teacher as an apology. I let her dye her hair 2 weeks before opening night. And I should have known better. You don't change anything without checking with the director. She was one of Ursula's tentacles in Little Mermaid Jr., the only one with pink hair. My bad. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, could we have found a wig to throw on her or something? Maybe. But yeah, when you don't sign your life over, but like you're aware when you join a show that that's your life for the next 6 weeks, and that the director is your boss and they kind of sort of own you for the next 6 weeks. And that's not to say that you have to do everything they say, but you certainly don't leave your company hanging like that and just walk out on them and be like, well, peace out, bye. I've got a concert that I didn't tell anybody about. My dad was like, I would have been totally happy to work with her on that, but she didn't even communicate that to me. That should have been one of the first things she told me when she got cast. That's what I would have done. That's what you do when you get a job. If you get a new job and you have like a vacation coming up or something, you're like, hey, just so you know, I have this vacation that I've had booked for a couple months and I didn't realize I was going to be having to change jobs. You know, like it's just common sense. But anyway, so my dad had a lot of experiences with actors and actresses and everything. Now, my dad saw Wicked. I don't think he saw it on Broadway. Maybe he did see it on Broadway, but he only paid for one ticket. He went to see it alone. And so he only paid for one ticket, which was probably still astronomical, but he only paid for one. And so I do think he saw it, but he did not see it at its peak. He didn't see it when Kristen Chenoweth and what's her name? Adela Gazim were in it. He saw it later. So, and I think he was like, it was good, but I didn't think it was worth quite the hype that everybody was giving it. But maybe his expectations were just, I don't know. Maybe my dad secretly didn't want to like it very much because of all the crazy high expectations. I'm not really sure. But I've never actually seen it. I've never seen it from beginning to end. I've never read the book, none of that. And so with Charlotte being 11, I should probably take her. I should probably watch Wicked with her and then take her to the second one. I bet she would probably like it because, man, it's everywhere. But that's story time with Susie Grace, and I was not paying attention to my levels. So we'll have to come back to that tomorrow. I'm trying to think of how tomorrow will work because we're almost done with Superliminal. I think what I'll do is we'll play. I want to give the bargain bin game I play a good chunk of time, but if it ends up being like absolute garbage, we'll just kind of have to feel it out. If it's garbage, I don't want to play it for that long, but I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of have to feel that out. But I want to finish Superliminal if I can tomorrow, because then I can be done with it and then we can just focus on Spyro. So that's kind of the hierarchy. It'll be like bargain game, finish Superliminal, and then Spyro. So I don't know if we'll have enough time to do all three of those things tomorrow, but that's okay. There's really no timeline. I tried that when I got jury service the second time, told them, look, I'd love to, but I got a thing that's going to last 38 years on average. It didn't work. You know what? I've never done jury duty. Isn't that interesting? I don't ever even gotten anything in the... Wait, I think I did get something in the mail and there was something going on. I think I had a doctor's appointment that day or something. I can't even remember. Anyway, that was story time with Susie Grace. My dad has lots and lots of stories. I witnessed my dad go through a lot. My dad was the chair of the theater department of his school multiple times. He had employees that were hard to deal with. He had musicals that he was absolutely positive were not going to happen because they were such a mess before the opening night, and then somehow they pulled it all together. And my dad had to compete with like 6 other really popular community theater companies around my hometown. And then he also had to compete with BYU. And BYU had a really, really talented theater division. And can I help you? What do you need? Go. And so he was always left. They always picked the good, the cream of the crop when it came to like musical picks. And so my dad was kind of left like kind of making, hey, it's Memo. Hey, hello, hey. he usually had to think outside the box when it came to the musicals that he did, because all the bigger names were taking the bigger names, like My Fair Lady. And of course it was Utah. So everybody always had to do Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at least once. But my dad never did. He kind of had to branch out, and he did some kind of interesting different ones, different plays and stuff. But I'm grateful I have those memories to look back on. I saw a lot of plays during the time that my dad was director. But Nay, thanks for following my channel, Nay. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that. Maybe they're a theater person. Are we all who here is a theater kid? I was a theater kid. I was a theater kid because I felt like I should be a theater kid because my dad was a theater kid. But then I learned later that I actually am not so much a theater kid so much as a performer kid, because I really love performing, but I don't like performing and pretending my audience isn't there. I would rather perform, and that's why my lead as Darling Love was so great, because I was playing a pop star that was like singing to the audience. You know what I mean? And so I didn't have to pretend the audience wasn't there. It was my job to just be a performer. It was great. But when you're acting, you're pretending that the audience isn't there, and that's not as much fun to me. I like to like sing, but are you a Spyro fan, Nay? Nayef? Nayef. I'm doing well. I'm actually getting ready to sign off because, is it Friday? No, it's not Friday. Oh my gosh. My stream schedule recently changed. So my days are, no. Tomorrow we'll do our bargain game pick, and then we'll continue with Superliminal, finish that probably, and then I will be able to 100% focus on Spyro. After Spyro, I don't know what I'm going to play after that. I don't know if I'm ready for a long game again, or if I want to do something relatively short. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to see how I feel. Spyro, I'm at the Haunted Towers, but I can't remember. I can't figure out how to get up here. But it's time for me to sign off anyway, so I've been streaming for 3 hours. Can't figure out how to get up. Like, I can see the... Oh. I can see, like, the outcropping right there. Behind my camera. Wolf's like, me, literally kid, super involved in drama until I got into high school. Drama teacher at high school, only ever cast seniors in everything she did. Her way of making it fair and good at the same time. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want to say that my directors were bad because I understand why they did what they did, but it definitely sucked for people that did have actual talent. And I mean, it is what it is. But I think there's also part of me that was like, my dad's a theater professor. Why would you not give me a lead? Which was just me, Susie grade, like high school grade Susie thinking, you know what I mean? I was just kind of a smug, like, or kind of an entitled, like, well, of course I should get a lead because my dad is a theater professor. But just because my dad was a theater professor didn't mean I was a good actress. Whoa, dang. Favorite games, Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 5 or 6, 7, 8. Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3. The Wrath of Cortex, Crash Twinsanity, which I've never played, Crash Bash, Spyro 2. I never played Gex. Wow, that's so many games. Enter the Matrix, Samurai Jack. Oh, you know who would like Samurai Jack? Like the show? Is Charlotte. My 11-year-old. I bet Charlotte would really like Samurai Jack. I've heard good things about Samurai Jack. Well, until next time, friends, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll actually be able to focus on the Haunted Towers, because with what I was talking about at the end, I wasn't focusing and I was getting frustrated because I couldn't figure out how to get up there. So, just remember that you are important and you matter. And I appreciate you. And the world is a better place with you in it than without you in it. And also just remember to choose kindness, because you never know if somebody's in their dark place. We all go through valleys and hills and valleys and hills and valleys. Like, bad times don't last forever. There will always be an upswing. Sometimes the bad times last longer, but there's always, because everybody's life does this. You know what I mean? So just choose kindness, because you never know when somebody is at that low part. That is okay. That's what that's what Alcondros always says. He's like, oh yeah, you're at like 360p. I'm like, is it clear to everybody? He's like, yeah, me on mobile at 360p. Looks fine to me. But I'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central. Tomorrow is pizza day, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Me and Charlotte are the only ones that eat the pizza at this point. So, oh, and Shane says, I would have been had we had theater. I got to do a scene from Hamlet for a literal project, and that was awesome. Honestly, Shakespeare is really fun. I think Shakespeare is really fun. It's a lot to memorize, but Shakespeare is really fun. And you can do so many wacky things with Shakespeare. Shakespeare's lots of fun. I haven't seen a Shakespeare play in a really long time. My dad played King Lear in college, like King Lear. And he taught me how to develop a character based on how he developed a character for King Lear. But my dad went to school for theater. I mean, my dad was like the theater kid, went to school for theater. And I did not. I mean, I took some theater classes, and I can certainly appreciate it, but I'm not quite as obsessed about it as my dad is. And like everywhere we went when I was a kid, we always had to go see a show somewhere. DVD quality is fine on mobile. I guess that's true. That is true. But I hope everybody takes care of themselves, treat yourselves, be kind to yourself, because you matter and you are worth all the things. And I'll be back tomorrow and we will do our bargain game and move on to Superliminal after that. So everybody enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your time zone, wherever you are. And yeah, I will see all of you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks for the subs and everything. You guys are awesome. It's not necessary, but it's very, very kind. And yeah, I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. Bye, bye, bye. See you later. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. It's not over. It's not done till it's not over till it's what?